and, of course, karaoke. Admission is free, and there's still plenty of TVs to catch the Friday night college football games as well. That's 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday, October 31st for the Halloween karaoke party at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holder.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
It's on. It's on.
It's like blowing out a birthday cake. Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, October the 24th, 2025. Turn in Saturday for the biggest game of the year for the Huskers when they take on Northwestern at 11 a.m. on TV, FS1. It's going to be a little chilly tomorrow, Bock. It might be a little rain I see in the forecast, but it's cold today, Bock. I'm a summer baby. And what I mean is a summer baby, I was born in August. You know, I'm still not used to cold weather. I've been to Canada. I've been different places where it's cold. Canada by far is the coldest place I've ever been in. When you talk about probably being in negative 30 or 40 degree weather, that's Canada right there. That's cold right there. Nebraska's not that much colder than Canada, but it's cold. So I've been thinking the last couple of days, I want to get me an RV.
Okay.
And ride around the U.S. You know,
love it.
Just live in an RV for a year or so.
Yes.
Just travel.
Absolutely.
Just travel. Just do things that ordinary people don't do.
That's right.
And I think it'll be fun. But I doubt I ever get to do anything
That's
like
more of a
that.
retirement goal, right?
Yeah, because I what 401k? What retirement?
Oh.
Look like I'll be working till I'm 80 probably. You know, but when I think about, you know, the older I get, the more my bones can't take this cold weather. I'm going to have two spots. I'm going to have a house in Georgia pretty soon, you know, later on down the line. But I have a house in Georgia, and I'll probably be in Nebraska. So I'm going to do what the birds do when the winter comes, and that's fly south.
That's right.
To the warm weather down there when I get older, because I don't see myself walking around in Nebraska in December, January, February. You know, I just think it's too cold for anything like this.
So you think in the future you might still try to gut it out for the football season?
Yeah,
but
I gut it out.
Yeah.
I gut it out. I'm going to try to gut it out for this game next week. Not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the
night
weather.
game.
Yeah, night game.
Yeah.
I have
real cold.
Well, I have that big black shirt jacket. The ones that come all the way down to my ankles.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But I don't want people to say, who is that idiot wearing that big old jacket out there making me hot? Because that's what some people's going to say. It's not that cold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's cold enough for me.
Are you going to be a sideline pass?
Yeah,
for that
I'll be
one?
on the sideline.
Yeah. So we'll be able to try to
I
find
saved my best for last.
Now, did they have those big? I remember back in the day, they all looked the same for years and years. Those giant like warmers they'd put over the players that do go down to your legs. Is that what you're talking about? Like Nebraska football in the back?
Yeah, I got that. I have one.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm just I don't like the cold. I haven't even turned my heat on today, this week. I think I turned my oven on just to warm the house up a little bit because that's how cold it's been. When I talk about this weather and how bad it is up here in the north, in the Midwest, as we call it, because playing in Kansas too was definitely the same, but I'm just not a cold weather person.
Well, that's what I say. It's about 51 or about 50 degrees tomorrow around kickoff, I think. So for the majority of that game, that's what it looked like. It's gonna be
cold.
Yeah, it's not too nice. So it's gonna feel like 46, so about the same. But it doesn't look like a whole lot of wind. Some wind gusts, maybe up to 14 miles per hour. But I'm glad at least for that because we've obviously been through a couple games where that have been affected by weather, and you just wish that I like one or two every once in a while. Of course, here in Nebraska, you don't get to pick that per year. But weather games are fun here and there. But I don't want these wind gusts making it so passing games can't go. And specifically Nebraska's passing game, which they rely on more so now than they have maybe in the past.
So exciting day for you tomorrow, Bock.
Very exciting.
You get to go to the what bowl is that?
It is the Floyd of Rosedale Trophy. So Minnesota
pig.
and Iowa, yeah.
Big pig.
Big bronze pig statue they're going to play for.
And what time are you planning on leaving out? What time's the game?
So the game's at 2:30. I was very happy for that. So I'll be able to get all my Husker football on the way there. Pretty much leading up to kickoff. Once I get in my seats, I think Nebraska Northwestern may be ending. So that's going to be exciting and give me something to do on my 4.5-hour drive to Iowa City. But yeah, hopefully I'm in a good mood if I'm sitting there, and I think I'm going to wear Nebraska gear. I'm not afraid. Of course, both fan bases have a lot of trash to talk to Nebraska right now, so I'm a little bit putting myself out there. But I hopefully will be, settling into my seat, nice and happy. I'm going to be honest, I don't really care who wins between Minnesota and Iowa. But I just want to go to the game. But I'll be much happier if Nebraska wins. If I'm sitting there after Nebraska loses, and of course this program will have all sorts of questions following that, if it did happen, then I'm not going to enjoy the game as much. So come on, Nebraska, you need to pull this one out for me.
Oh man, 94, 95. He must be new because he's not getting it. Gee, Farley, stop spending all the big radio money on Xbox. Xbox. Who would buy? I definitely never owned an Xbox.
You're not
ever.
an Xbox guy.
I am not a 8-button guy. I'm not. I am not an 8-button guy with a trigger at the bottom.
Yeah.
You would never get me playing on the Xbox.
I
am PlayStation till I die.
Even Call of Duty, you wouldn't play on Xbox.
I wouldn't.
Huh.
Played like 8 games this morning, Bock. 8 games. Out of 8 games, won 3 of them.
That's not a great record.
Well, it's kind of because they got this thing going on, and it's a little dark when you drop it because of the Halloween things they got going on. So it's darker than usual. You're
struggling to adapt,
and I can't adapt to it. I can't see anything for it. And when somebody get close to me, I'm just so I don't I'm not hitting anything. So it's just here we go. It's just I can't see anything, but I'm still averaging 8-9 kills a game.
Okay, yeah.
I see, Big Daddy Travis. I am not. I only play 2 games a year. I can't play the other game. He said Battlefield 6 is way better than COD. It probably is, but I stick with what I know. College
You're
football,
brand loyal to PlayStation and COD
and college football.
And college football, absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. wear a UNI shirt so you don't get spit on, Bob.
That might not be a bad idea. But I generally want to see the reception that people give me as a Nebraska fan. Again, I think it's not the greatest thing because both have a lot of trash talk that they could throw on me, but we'll see if they respect a Nebraska fan coming out to watch them.
Did you watch any of the South Alabama Georgia State game yesterday?
I'm not gonna lie, I saw it on so I turned to it. I mean, it's college football, right?
You didn't hear what they said?
Right? Well, right when I saw it, the scorebook, both teams were 1-6, so I said, you know what, I'm not doing that.
Well, about the third quarter, they said Dale McGee from Columbus, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
He's my friend. He graduated with my brother. We still all have tight relationships. He's the head coach at Georgia State. He's still somewhat trying to figure out NIL, transfer portal. In addition to that, Bock, he did get a late start because the coach did quit in February.
Yeah.
So he's a year behind, but he's doing good things. So I'm not gonna down him for that. I mean, you never know who's gonna get fired in college football. He could get fired for these 2 years, but we never know.
Now, how did they win last night?
No, they lost 38-31. They dude caught an interception with about a minute left and ran it back, and Georgia State lost 38-31.
So they're 1-7 now.
Yeah, they're 1-7. He's having a bad year, man.
That's tough.
He's having a bad one. When we talk about, Derek says excuses, blame it on the lighting. It is the lighting, Bock. I can't see. It's like Lincoln at 6:45 at night.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like half light, half dark.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those infrared guns where I can see the bodies. I mean, I need to put one on, but why put it on and it'll be over in a couple of days, that event.
Yeah, so you're not, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to really do it. My loadout is fire, though, Bock. I think I have the fastest guns in COD, like some of them.
Now, is Battlefield 6, I know you don't play it, but is it similar type of game? Because I hear this argument coming up, and I'm no longer connected to the video game community like I once was. I don't really understand. I
still haven't went and got that PlayStation either, Bock, so it's still sitting there.
That's all right.
So, no. It might be Christmas for you.
That'll work for me.
I didn't say anything to you, Eric. All right. I said Derek, not Eric. His name is Derek, not Eric. Battlefield 6, I don't know anything about it. It's basically the same kind of fighting things, but you know, different games have different features to it. Me, I'm more like I buy a battle pass every month. So I get free guns to spend probably $12.
Okay.
And so, and I put attachments on my gun. I want the fastest gun and the most powerful gun. So, you know, because I've been in battles where I had to fight 5 guys running in the room. Like, I kill one, the other one's over there hurt. I kill him. By that time, the other one falling down at the sky coming back. So, and then my teammates, you know, I get good teammates. I play with randoms though.
Yeah.
I like playing with randoms.
So depends on what
I played with 2 females this morning.
Were they good?
Yeah. They was okay.
Yeah.
They was talking crazy, but you know, it was good.
Now I thought too, didn't you say you were Predator? Can't he see in the dark, or are you not Predator anymore?
I changed my man. I got a new character.
Oh, okay.
I got the pumpkin head man.
Oh, nice.
So it's the guy with the evil pumpkin head and the regular clothes on, and I play with him.
Oh, okay.
I switched out. Predator was making too much noise for me.
Oh, he does.
Like when
Breathing
I was
heavy or something?
No, when I was loading my gun, I didn't like all that. It scared me a little bit. So I was like, why is this thing keep? Then especially when I got shot, it would just make a lot of noise. So I didn't want to get.
Oh.
I didn't want to get into it. All right, Bock, we got Northwestern this weekend. We're gonna get into that. We listened to Matt Rule yesterday, and I'm gonna realize this again, Bock, that I didn't like his tone. Not like, but I think his tone was different from the last several weeks until we got to yesterday. This was a somber tone. This was more like, I want somebody to feel sorry for me kind of tone. But at the same time, he wasn't the same person. Now, a lot of people heard that on the text line, and they can take it for wherever they want to take it. But I can tell that last week game, it took a lot out of him. Can he get that spirit back this weekend? It depends on his team, how they play.
Yeah.
It depends on the offensive line. It depends on the defense, how they tackle. Now, I'm not saying that Northwestern is a slouch team. I just didn't like the way they looked last week when I watched the game against Purdue because of the field, probably. Now, I haven't watched any film on Northwestern, so when I make my pick today, don't be shocked. Because I still might go with Northwestern.
I'll say your pick was much talked about throughout this week, especially after that loss. You're trying to do reverse psychology and pick Minnesota so that Nebraska would win, because that's how they usually go against your picks. But you ended up going with Nebraska, and so maybe that's what cost Nebraska the victory this week. So we'll have to see if you bring the reverse psychology or not.
Yeah. Big Daddy Travis says Battlefield 6 is a little different gameplay. He says you can also fly jets, drive tanks, fly helicopters, less hackers.
Okay.
Only thing you can do in Call of Duty is you can fly a helicopter. You can drive probably some armored vehicles. You can drive a little 4-wheel Jeep.
You
can drive a motorcycle. Yeah, they just sit out there.
Oh, okay.
So if I wanted to go from one part of the map to the other part, I just hop in the helicopter, or I drive, or get on a motorcycle too. So I mean, they're all fun, but you know, some are different. Some people just like different stuff. Big Daddy Travis also said Rule Tone was way different. He called out his coaches, probably rough week inside the coaches' locker room. Nebraska 10. Whoa. Big Daddy Travis says Nebraska 10, Northwestern 27.
Well, let's hope not. I mean, that's less than what what Minnesota beat Nebraska by then, though. So
all right,
identical type of team.
All right, Eric, you're out of timeout.
Oh, he did say he's taking a timeout, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, Bock, let's go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some Big Ten players. We want to know who is the best player in the Big Ten, who is the best coach in the Big Ten. Right now, Bock in the Black Shirt, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
You're invited to a Halloween karaoke party at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards on October 31st. Stop by Madsen's from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. for live music and a live podcast, costume contest, poker, and of course, karaoke. Admission is free, and there's still plenty of TVs to catch the Friday night college football games as well. That's 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday, October 31st for the Halloween karaoke party at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holter.
Bonsall Pool and Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonsallpool.com.
Baumgars has a loyalty shopping event this Saturday. Loyalty Rewards members can save $50 on their purchase of $200 or more. You heard that right. Spend $200 or more on any merchandise of your choosing in the store, so no gift cards, and you'll save $50 instantly. The $200 spend is pre-tax and cannot be combined with other discounts or offers. Not a loyalty member? Just sign up today. It's all happening at Baumgars this Saturday only.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com. The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown's Shoe Fit. Now through October 31st, take $15 off any regularly priced fall shoes and boots. Brands like Keen, Oboz, Echo, Taos, and Atrex all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale you've all been waiting for, so get down to Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow card. Pinnacle Bank Arena, Friday, October 31st. Special guests, the Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pile-Up. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour, a day to remember. Yellow card.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer
Infrastructure,
Bauer
Underground,
Barrett.
Excavating.
Early in the morning. Kickoff tomorrow is at 11 a.m. Pre-game show for the Ticket Tailgate Party. A1 Automotive. We will start at 8 o'clock.
Ooh,
that's
early.
That's early.
Yeah.
This morning, I woke up at 5:30. I went to bed probably about 8.
Oh, yeah. So you got a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I'm kind of a early type of guy. But I woke up, played Call of Duty. When it got me a big cup of coffee, smoked my cigar in the car for a minute because it was chilly. Then I went in the house and tore some booty up.
There you go. Listen to some early break.
Yeah, BTA, if you know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
GTA?
GTA.
What's GTA?
Grand Theft Auto.
No, that's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
It's not out till next year. I'm excited for that one too now.
Oh, yeah. They've been talking about that one for years.
Yeah, they've been talking about. Big Daddy Travis says, I hate to predict that score, but it's but it has not looked promising. NU runs for 200 yards a game. NW, Northwestern runs for 200 yards a game.
Yeah, they do. They average 190 coming into this one.
How did the road switch? How did it switch like that, Bob? Because last 2 years, we was a better rushing defense.
Yeah.
And now we're a better against the pass. I don't know if we're good against the pass. I just don't think teams really take the opportunity to pass against us like they should.
Well, I think the schedule certainly plays into it, but I do want to give them credit.
I'm not gonna bash them, but I just think that we're not facing a team like Indiana or a team like Oregon.
Right. And I think the reason why it switched, though, is obviously Ty and Nash and John Bullock and, that front seven has kind of been a little bit, you lose a lot of talent there. But the other thing is John Butler. John Butler had one of the number one pass defenses for several years as a secondary coach with the Bills. So that's specifically his strength.
Would you give the credit to John Butler or would you give it to Addison Williams?
Could do that as well. I would say Butler myself.
When we had Butler as a DB coach last year, the roles it didn't. The DBs wasn't as
might took a step back from
the previous year. Now the defense line has took a step back, and the defense has took a step up.
That's a good point, though. Addison Williams deserves a lot of credit. Anybody that has it is contributing to the number one.
So if you had to rank DBs, linebackers, and D line in an order of best to worst, how would you go?
Probably just the way you said it. Probably DBs, linebackers, and D line.
Yeah. Are the linebackers playing to probably your expectations this year?
Expectations, yes. I mean, is that the standard? Maybe not. I mean, Javen Wright's really coming along with his tackles. I think, what did you say, 4 straight games?
Yeah, but if you got to make them 5-6 yards down the field, then, we can say that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on what your expectation was. I
thought getting Marquise Watson-Trent and Javen Wright coming back and playing the beginning of the year, and also a young Vincent Shavers, who's been banged up most of the year.
Yeah.
I thought this group probably would be a lot stronger than what they are now.
Well, it's interesting because there's not a whole lot of rotation amongst them, right? It's pretty much Javen Wright, Marquise Watson-Trent out there. Like you said,
40?
Shavers has
Who's
been
40? Is that
Dawson Merritt. Yeah, Dawson Merritt's been out there a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just obviously Willis McGahee, he was more of a kind of the rush linebacker, is sitting out this year. If you include McCullough in there, he's as the jack linebacker. He's out there more often than not in that position. So it's just, there's not a whole lot of rotation. I think they've been doing fine. I think you're right, though. I think a lot of us expected Shavers to play more. I think when he has played, he's looked really good, but it's just that injury that's kind of keeping him off the field half the time.
Yeah. And when I say that, because when you have kids from different parts of the region and their home team is number 2 or 3, was number 2 or 3 in the nation, do you think those kids say sometime, man, maybe I missed out on Miami? Maybe I missed out on this? Because Ja'Cory Barney and Vincent Shavers are from the Miami area down that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be, different routes that they could have taken. You're right. I mean, Nebraska did a really good job of recruiting Miami a few years ago. We'll see. The Hurricanes suffered their first loss of the season. I mean, these things can just kind of go in ebbs and flows, because at the beginning of the season, right, we're all thinking, man, Florida State looked like Tony White made the right decision, James Williams, all those guys, because they beat a top 10 Alabama team, who, by the way, looks like one of the best teams in the nation right now. But they've turned around and lost all those games. So we'll see how Miami kind of turns it, what the season ends, or how it goes, and how much playing time would they get if they were there.
Yeah. Just, speaking of Miami, Jake Sorensen team, the Miami Dolphins, they played the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. And, I'm a big Atlanta fan. I tried to get Jake. I said, Jake, let's go to a sports bar and watch the game Sunday. Oh, I'm betting with the Falcons. I said, you are the worst kind of fan that ever lived. I've been through the struggles with the Falcons. I wasn't a Falcons fan all my life. I was a huge San Francisco fan. My dad was a Dallas Cowboy. My dad is a Dallas diehard Cowboys fan. He wanted to whoop me one day because the 49ers beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship, and I laughed in his face. I probably was 13,
Yeah.
You better get out of my face. Yeah. So, I took it to heart and I got out of his face. But Jake's not a true Dolphins fan.
Well, it's interesting because, and I mean this in the kindest way, because I know him for years I can say this. It's basically his personality that he's a Miami Dolphins fan. Now, he's got a lot more. I mean, he's a great salesman, great radio host, all that other stuff. So I say that jokingly. But he's such an over the top Miami Dolphins fan. But if they start losing, he does turn on them pretty quickly once everybody fired. So he even told me, and I don't know if hopefully I'm not leaking out his fantasy football attack here, or any of his competitors are listening, but he said that's the defense he takes every week. He's going to take the defense that's playing Miami's offense because that's how poorly he thinks of Miami right now. And listen, they somewhat deserve. What are they, 1-6?
Yeah.
So he's not wrong. It's been that strategy might be working at this point.
All right, John in Southeast Lincoln says, "Hey, Blackshirt and Bock, isn't tackling something that the players should have learned in spring ball? It seems late in the game to teach players how to tackle properly." John, I think if you didn't learn how to tackle in high school, then it surely's gonna turn here. I don't know why we struggle so much at something that's so easily. It seems to me that players tend to leave their feet a lot more than players back in the old days. We was taught never to leave our feet, square up, look at the guy's hip, and hit him right in the numbers. These guys take wrong angles. They line up wrong. Their tackling form is weird. Mostly they like to get ran over a lot. I've seen, but I don't think tackling is great at all on this team right here. This is something that has been going on ever since Frost. So this is not just a Matt Rule deal. This is it looks like it is a university deal when we talk about tackling here at the university.
Well, it's at Nebraska. I mean, it's gone through its own. I mean, we remember Scott Frost, or was that Mike Riley, bringing in consultants to come and help coach them. And Scott Frost responded with, when he came in, well, we're the coaches. We should be the one teaching them to tackle and all that. And that sounded good at the time. And then his teams didn't tackle the best all the time either. So, I mean, it's not just a Nebraska thing either. It's kind of generational again, because you can't practice as physically as they could back in the two-a-days era, and we know more about concussions and all that sort of stuff. So nowadays, there's a lot of thud. You talked about it with
Kenny.
Was that Kenny or you? I was trying to think of who it was, but you're talking about thud practicing. Thud hitting the other day, which is basically hitting but not taking to the ground, and they do a lot more of that just universally. And so it's just got to be. It's just not the sound tackling that it was in the past. Now, I also ask you this because I heard Bill Bush kind of saying this the other day too, is I think people underestimate how difficult it is to make a tackle in open field. Like if it's just one-on-one.
I think I'm the best open field tackler in the world, bro. I do that because here's what you do. And when I say this, because I never miss too many open field tackles when I say this. So when we look at guys and we talk about the tackling art of tackling. So, Bock, when I come in, this is his hips right here. Mm-hmm. This is the player's hip. This is what you look at their hips. Okay. You don't look at his face. You break down. You're coming in. You're coming for the tackle. You look at his hips. So when they try to move, when they move, Bock, that's when you know they're going to try to do something. So you look at their hip, and you break down, Bock. You don't try to run through them. You got to break down a little bit. And even when you're in a chase mode, Bock, the best angle is the angle right at the guy. Or you probably want to, I slow play it. And what does that mean? I slow play it. I let him get a step in front of me because I'm going to let him run to the sidelines. And when he try to cut it back in, I'll be right there by him. I'm going to force it. Either I'm going to force him out of bounds, or he's going to turn it up. They're not teaching that to these kids because angles are so terrible, we don't never get a chance to see them in on a play. So when I come in for that tackle, Bock, I actually look and I break down, and I don't care if you run me over because, I'm going to turn my body sideways as soon as I hit you anyway. Not I'm going to turn it, but when we make contact, I'm going to grab you and I'm going to hold on for dear life. That's one thing I did. Once I grab you, I'm not letting you go. I'm not. So I'm going to wait for Jay Foreman, Mike Minner, Tony Veland, Christian Peters, Jason Peters, Grant Wistrom, and they're all running to the ball.
Strength in numbers.
So, it's not about making tackles. It's about how you hold on to them. I mean, tackling is the easy part of it. I mean, it's an art, but it's something you was taught as a kid. It's like riding a bike. Once you learn how to ride a bike, Bock, what they say?
You're not going to forget it.
You're not going to forget. Once you learn how to tackle, Bock, guess what?
Not going to forget
You're not going to forget it. Sometimes you might forget not how to tackle, but
the speed of it,
the angles of it. But tackling is tackling. I don't care what you say. I go out there and I'm 50 years old. I can go out there and tackle with the best of them still. Probably don't have the speed, but put two cones 2 feet away. That's how you do a tackling drill. 2 feet away, two cones, one side on the other, 2 feet. Count 2 feet. Put a cone on this side, put a cone on that side. Make them run right into each other. I bet you they won't miss a tackle again. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the black shirt, breaking down how to tackle. 101. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Bombgars has a loyalty shopping event this Saturday. Loyalty Rewards members can save $50 on their purchase of $200 or more. You heard that right. Spend $200 or more on any merchandise of your choosing in the store, so no gift cards, and you'll save $50 instantly.
The $200 spend is pre-tax and cannot be combined with other discounts or offers.
Not a loyalty member? Just sign up today. It's all happening at Bombgars this Saturday only.
Celebrate Halloween with the Lincoln Stars a day early on Thursday, October 30th, as the Stars host the Sioux City Musketeers. Wear your favorite costume to the game, as there's a contest for both adults and kids with prizes for both age levels. Also, it's a Chuck-a-Puck night, and PBR beers are 2 for $6. It's Halloween Eve at the Icebox on Thursday, October 30th versus the Sioux City Musketeers. Get your tickets today at LincolnStars.com.
From the capital to castles. Starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pileup. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740. Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Electrical Enterprises in Oroka reminds you the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Oroka. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here. Big House says you got to break down in front of the offensive player, square up to them, drive your body across them with your head in front. Correct, though. When we talk about running through players, you're talking about guys who's mastered that art of tackling like that. Probably a Steve Atwater type of player, Ronnie Lott type of player. These are safeties we talking about because they're fearless like that. But when you talk about linebackers, you have to break down and really break down and let them, like me, I'll just break down and I'll let them take. You can wiggle, do all the moves you want. At the end of the day, I'm still going to bring you down. Mm-hmm. So that's the concept of tackling. Bill says, do you remember how VJ hurt himself trying to play with younger guys? Blackshirt. Well, I know he hurt himself playing basketball. Yeah. But VJ's so rough. I played basketball against him one time. We played out there at one of the schools out there. We did a program. We did a remote thing out there, and playing basketball against VJ is probably like playing tackle football.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
he's a football player.
Yeah, he has his elbow all in your back, and it hurts. Like pointy little elbows and stuff, and it hurts. So, you know, it's difficult playing a person who wants to be aggressive with everything they do, especially how he got me with the knockerball incident. But I'll leave that alone.
Surprised you brought that up again.
Yeah, because he suckered me into it. You know, like my idea was just to run up there and bounce off each other. His idea was to go full speed.
Run through you.
Yeah. So next time we do anything, you know, we're going to run through him. He's a little fragile now, you know.
I was going to say, hopefully he's all the way healed.
Yeah, I think he's healed. I don't know if he's healed enough to walk straight, but I don't think he's 100% yet.
I think he said he retired from basketball. I think he's going back to that one. So.
Yeah. 0628 says, I'm older than you, Terrell, and I agree with your tackling statement, and I do bet you still could tackle better than those guys. I'll try. JS Cornhead JS1 says, can they hire the Blackshirt? They sure can. I need money. Eric says, sound to me like Farley isn't. All right, time out, Eric.
Back to timeout.
Back to timeout.
I thought they could bring you in as a tackling consultant. Maybe
tackling is tackling, Bock. I mean, you got to do it. I mean, the more you do it, the more you. We didn't even care if we was in shorts and shoulder pads and helmet, Bock. We still would tackle our scout team because we just know the way they would try to make us look a fool. So we still gonna tackle them, and that was one thing that we learned how to play. I tell you what, when you talk about playing aggressive, I think playing with Grant, Wistrom, Jared Thomas, Christian, and Jason Peters, how physical they was. It was a concept of our defense.
Yeah.
And then they had guys like Mike Minner and Tony Veland back there. And I didn't want to be the weakest, so I just thought, you know, and I got I wouldn't say upset, or I got chewed out one time for not really being physical. And luckily, Coach McBride told me, he said, if you don't get your ass out there and learn how to be physical, you'll never play here. And so, you know, everybody looking at me, spotlights on me. So guess what I do, Bock? I just run in there and just go crazy now. And then VJ was watching the thing where me and a fullback went head up. He was 250, Bock. He knocked me back 2 steps, but I didn't fall. He fell. So I got him.
Yeah.
And I walked back up to him and I was talking smack to him. I said, I'm 205 pounds. That's all you got? So we talked about that a lot. So we made fun of that the other day when we watched videos. Old Dad 34 says, tackling if you don't know how to by the time you get to college, then you have a problem. I think it's something that these kids don't get the experience or been taught more in high school. Like, you know, would you say they're more finesse or more physical?
Finesse.
See, I'm finesse and physical. See, you can be finesse, but you also can be finesse and physical.
Yeah.
So that's 2 things that players have to learn. I had a finesse playing style, but I had to be physical because I was a linebacker. And I had to go in them holes. I had to line up over the center sometimes. You know, I had to line up, you know, I had to check tight end sometimes. So it wasn't that I was a weak side linebacker, but that don't make my side weak.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it, I'm on the weak side of the ball. But at the same time, a team like Kansas State tried to run at me. They tried to neutralize me, Bock, and they ran at me. But I think I responded so well that they had to abandon that call because of they didn't think I was that physical like I played in that game, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd have been interesting. I still kind of think about it. I know a lot of people do is, you know, you were one of the smaller linebackers at the time, because back then it was big, you know, linebackers with the neck rolls and everything. You just kind of wonder how you would fit in today's game. I think quite well, obviously. I know you wish you could play in today's game for the NIL opportunities, but just even for to see what you could do out there in an era of smaller linebackers, I think would be interesting.
I think I'm the smallest linebacker that ever played at University of Nebraska. When you look at it, I don't think Levant David came in at 205 pounds. I mean, I don't think too many guys at the university still played linebacker at 205, especially the way I did it. And, you know, plus I had to run down on kickoff, Bock. You know, me and VJ's watching. They said, man, you winded. I said, yeah, I just ran down on kickoff. So, you know, and that's why you got to think about things like Big Daddy Travis said he thinks the coaches at Nebraska are soft. They make a mistake. It's okay, buddy. F that. Get in okay. He said, get in their face. Rule's not yelling at them after the Minnesota shows he's soft. Well, I heard he's been kind of yelling at him this week.
He hasn't been too happy this week.
Yeah, I know that's why he's probably been on them this week because of the way they played last week and the last couple of weeks. You know, you could tell in his voice that he's fed up. I wouldn't call it a little boy, what they call it? Little boy peep or something like that.
A little Bo peep?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that, but he's definitely changed his tune since that Minnesota game.
Yeah, it's and that I'm interested to see too if that is lasts any further. Obviously, if Nebraska wins this week, will he be his upbeat normal self, back to kind of selling the program on national TV and all that, or but I get it again. That was an embarrassing performance for everybody a part of it. Nebraska fans obviously feel it, but more so than that, the players, the coaches, going out there and losing 24-6, didn't like the game plan as he made evident at the press conference, as far as the defense not being in an attack mode. So I mean, he was frustrated this week with everybody, including himself. And I don't want to say, all but guaranteed a better effort at least this week from Nebraska.
Yeah, 42-32. So Ed Stewart was a light linebacker. Yeah, Ed was 220, 215, 220. I think when I came in, I was 203. I got up to 210. I felt fat. I lost the weight. Stop eating creatine. Creatine made me kind of big, and I felt slow. I didn't feel like myself again. All right, Bock, let's go to break. When we come back, we're finally going to talk about some football. It's Relax Friday. You got to be relaxed before the game. Go watch a movie. Relax yourself. Don't eat the popcorn, though. Gets in your teeth. Relax. Woosah. We'll be all right tomorrow. We're going to get our games that we're going to talk about later. We're going to have Kenny Wilhite. See, can he get his 11-9 record better than what it was last week? Text line, y'all got a lot of catching up to do, or you're going to be left behind. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Black Shirt. Be right back.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years. Are you familiar with everything the Lincoln Children's Museum offers? Camps, field trips, and game day playdates are just a few of the extraordinary programs provided by the Lincoln Children's Museum. When you spend a day with your family at the Lincoln Children's Museum, your child's mind can explore while enjoying the many interactive exhibits they have, while keeping admission prices extremely affordable. Stop by the Lincoln Children's Museum today in downtown Lincoln, or visit them online for more information at lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel. You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, let's get ready for Bock in the Black Shirt, 93.7 The Ticket. We are on from 1 to 3, Monday through Friday. Today is October the 24th, and the Huskers play tomorrow at 11 a.m. Check them out on TV if you don't go on FS1. Bock, are you ready to go?
Absolutely. And if you missed it too, if you do listen on FS1, you might hear Connor Onion on there. He was actually in studio this morning on the drive, so go check that out. If you have not heard, it was a very entertaining interview with Nick and AD and Connor. So yeah, absolutely, it's gonna be an interesting one, right? I mean, I think it's important Nebraska gets out of the gate and kind of sets the tone physically, because otherwise Northwestern will. And the other part about that is just the fans. The fans are going to be going through an interesting experience as well. If Nebraska falls behind and doesn't get the start that you want, there's going to be a little bit more groaning, I think, in Memorial Stadium. Despite all those great new food choices that we have, still like to see some good football out there. So, I mean, I expect a close game. I expect this game to come down to the final couple minutes, and hopefully Nebraska's, back in a position where they can capitalize and get the win. But this is a tough Northwestern team that's coming in here. They've got a star wide receiver. I mean, generally we talk about this too, and I thought it was interesting, the overall tone about Nebraska losing to Minnesota. Well, we've got this much more of development where we have this much more talent. Well, if you look at the last, since PJ Fleck's been there, they're one of the few programs that is routinely turning out first, second round draft picks. Nebraska obviously hasn't been doing that. So if you go off draft picks, Minnesota had that advantage. Northwestern, not so much. But, in this week, I mean, you go into this game, they've got a couple guys there at left tackle and a defensive end that could be, first 3-round type of dudes. So, I know sometimes we see the Northwestern logo and think, okay, the smart kids all, punching up. They're probably not going to be the most athletic group. And while they do kind of have to generally do kind of keep that, they have to win a certain way at Northwestern, if you will. They've had some talent go through that program, and they've got some talent coming into Lincoln.
All right, Bock, let's talk about this Northwestern football team. When you see they started the season off at Tulane, they lost 23-3. They played Western Illinois. They won 42-7. Oregon, they lost 34-14. Not bad. They won against the UCLA team that really cost Deshaun Foster his job. Then they won against University of Louisiana Monroe 42-7. They beat Penn State 21-22, and they beat a Purdue team last week 19-0. So that puts them at 5-2 on the year. When you look at them by quarter, in the first quarter they scored 34 points. In the second quarter they scored 52 points. In the third quarter they scored 33 points. And the fourth quarter they scored 40 points. Now, when the opponents scored in the first, second, or third, the more points they gave up, or more like in the second quarter, they gave up 40 points. That's the most of any quarter they gave up this year. 21st and 21 in the first quarter, 40 in the second quarter, 20 in the third, 25th in the fourth. So when you look at that, this is a very balanced team. Especially when you look at their stats. They average 22.7 points a game. They give up 15 points a game. They're kind of more of a run first team. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, 77 rushes on the year, 58 passes on the year. Not a bad penalty team on the 17 penalties when you look at it through the lenses. They average 190 yards a game, Bock, on the ground. They give up 136. Passing, they average 174 a game. Opponents average 168. 10 passes touchdowns. Only gave up 5 passing touchdowns so far in the season when you talk about this team, Bock.
Yeah, the passing game is there if they need it, right? I mean, if you kind of look at through Preston Stone's games, I mean, the Tulane game was on him, if you want to put it that way. He had 4 interceptions. Obviously, that's not going to be good for any quarterback there, and he's generally going to give you opportunities. It was Michael Severe. I'll credit him because he came on the Adam Carricker show earlier and said, he's as he kind of broke down that Purdue game and watched Preston Stone over his career. is that he'll give you some opportunities to pick him. So Nebraska, if he does, you got to move forward with that and take advantage of that. Obviously, in a close game, that could be the difference. But I don't want to completely, make it sound like he can't sling the ball. A couple years ago at SMU, he had a 28-6 touchdown to interception ratio and throw for over 3,200 yards. But so far with Northwestern, again, we know that they win a certain way. Has only thrown for over 200 yards, which isn't a high mark. Has only thrown for over 200 yards twice, and that has been against Western Illinois and UL Monroe. So against the Power 4 opponents, don't expect a whole lot of that. And then the other thing is they're pretty obvious in where they go when they do sling the ball. Griffin Wild's a guy that has 516 yards and 36 receptions. Next most on that team in those categories, again, 15 receptions. I mean, he's got more than double what the next target has at Northwestern, and 516 yards is also more than double, maybe even triple what the next guy has. I've got several other guys with 100+ yards this year, but he has 516 on the yards on the year. So when they do throw, it's Griffin Wild, and he is a magnificent receiver. I can't wait to see if he does stick through with Northwestern. He's just a junior. I know you don't necessarily like guys transferring around all the time, but he's coming off a 1,200 yard or close to 1,200 yard, 12 touchdown year at South Dakota State, moving up the ranks to Northwestern. And in the way that he's been playing, he's got a touchdown in 4 straight games, by the way, a receiving touchdown. He's a guy that I think in the NIL era might get some offers if he did want to enter the transfer portal.
Yeah, Bock. This is a well-coached team. They're trying to establish a running game early. They don't run away from it. They continue to try to pound the ball. Big, giant Goliath offensive line that go with it. So, they're going to try to slow Nebraska down. They're going to try to, get those long drives on the defense to get those tackles and go those defensive tackles and ends real tired. They get great push on the ball. So watch out for great push. They're going to try to simulate the same thing Minnesota did. If they really want to beat Nebraska, they will watch. That's the game they should have watched and try to run some of the plays that Minnesota was able to run against us.
Yeah, and as we've said, we kind of broke it down. That's their bread and butter. This is a run grading offensive line. One of the best offensive lines they've had in years. I've seen it described as the best offensive line they've had in 20 years, something you don't necessarily want to hear if you're a Nebraska fan having watched these things. And they got guys that, in that backfield, I think it was Coach Rule that described it as they've got some home run hitters. You look at Deshaun Reeder, who's their pretty much third back coming into this game. He's got a 79-yarder on the year. A couple other guys, Komalafe is going to be their featured back. Depending. I mean, I should say that he was a little bit banged up coming out of the last game. He has 5 touchdowns coming into this game. Their leading rusher by over 120 yards. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more of Joseph Hyman the second. But between those two, they've got some breakaway potential as well. So, I mean, it's one of those games, and Nebraska's run defense is categorized as being poor, and I think we all would agree that it's kind of been a weakness for the team. 87th in the nation, giving them 156 yards per game, but it's really been those big runs. They're not awful at rush defense from play to play. It's just those few, big plays a game, and it was kind of interesting too. The vanilla game plan comment I thought was interesting because I think that maybe Coach Butler didn't like the fact that he gave up that big run, right? So maybe it wasn't so much on the attack. Well, it took until I think their second to final drive of the game where they really got the run game going as far as bigger plays once again for Minnesota. And that kind of put Nebraska away. And so I understand the frustration there. But, they're going to have to find a way. If you are Coach Butler, apparently they don't want the vanilla game plan. You're going to have to be on the attack here. But you got to be careful with that too, because if you're too much on the attack, of course, missed tackles were a huge problem last week. Going to give an opportunity for Northwestern, and the way this game is, and much like Minnesota last week, they're going to try to grind the clock out. They're going to try to shorten the possessions as much as they can to this game. So it could be another one of those afternoons. Nebraska's going to have to come to this game physically, especially on the defensive side of the ball when we're talking about this Northwestern offense.
So tomorrow when we look at it, Bock, it'll be around 52 degrees tomorrow when kickoff comes. When we talk about that part of it, southeast winds No, east winds. Let me see. Hold on. Go back to it. Okay, we're looking at an east wind of 8 to 10 miles per hour. I don't think weather's going to be a factor. I don't think anything should be able to hurt this Husker team. I'm still on the fence about everything that we heard this week and really just watching the game and watch us get dominated by a Minnesota team. So when I talk about this Northwestern team, these are the same kind of teams that Pat Fitzgerald had when he was coaching. You know, they don't need stars. They don't need great 5-star guys. They need coachable guys, and that's what they have over there in Northwestern. And they're not gonna try to outflank you or do anything special to beat you. They're just try to line the ball up, hut 1, hut 2, hut 3, run it, smash mouth football, and see does Nebraska give in any type of way during the first 3-4 quarters.
Yeah, and again, if you're looking for the numbers out there, Griffin Wild, number 17, is by far their threat out there in the passing game. But their offensive lineman to keep an eye on is Caleb Tiernan. He is a big guy, number 72 out there, and he is you look at the kind of the draft boards leading in, they especially love his pass protection. Doesn't give up a whole lot of sacks, and people think of them as maybe a top 3 round type of offensive lineman. So they've got some talent to work with there on the offensive side of the ball. Like you said, it's going to be a lot of the same attack that Minnesota kind of gave Nebraska, and it'll wear you out if you don't stay on the field enough on offense. That's why I think Nebraska's defense matches up. I should say Northwestern's offense matches up fairly well with what Nebraska's defense has struggled with in that rushing defense. But they really need help from the offense this week. Obviously, got to score more than 6 points, but as far as staying on the field as well and giving Nebraska a break, because that's what Nebraska fans should know it well. I know it's been several years since Nebraska was the team wearing you out in the fourth quarter, but that's the idea, right? Is that by the time that fourth quarter comes along, you're a little bit tired of Northwestern coming at you over and over with that ground attack, and they hope to kind of break them loose by the end when you're tired and worn down.
Yeah, so we're going to be watching out for that tomorrow. It's going to be a great game, I think. I'm not going to give you my pick yet. We're going to do the picks coming up here, but I'm going to read something from Brett McMurphy of On 3. Brett McMurphy on 3 says that Matt Rule is still the favorite to be Penn State next head coach. He gives Rule 33% of the a 33% chance. He gives Lane Kaufman a 14% chance. He gives Joe Brady, offense coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, 14%. He gives Mike Elko from Texas A&M. He gives him 8%. So watch out for some of the things that still's going on here that we still haven't heard the end of. It's probably going to go on to the end of the season.
Well, again, it depends on how Nebraska does. I'm not completely shocked by this. Again, I didn't think it was going to go away after 1 week. Teams lose. Every coach that there is on their board right now probably is going to lose at some point during the season. So it's not going to be always the best week for them. But I mean, he can fall down that board pretty quickly if they start again. If you struggle to score 10 points and you lose to Northwestern, it's going to be hard to convince Purdue fans that he's got Nebraska on the right track. I think all of this. In his opportunity to go to Penn State is going to be based on if Nebraska can still get to 9-10 wins. I mean, if they get to 8, I don't know if that's going to be enough for Penn State to take a little bit of a gamble on Matt Rule, right? If he gets to 9 or 10, then you can kind of say, okay, he's done it in 3 different places. This is and now he's going to get an opportunity to do it at Penn State where they were going to view that as his best job yet. There can be some sense in a hiring like that. So it's not over. You're right. It's not over. But it's funny because we're in such a weird situation where if he does lose this week, not only is his chance to get the Penn State job come down drastically, you start to look at his job here at Nebraska. And I don't want to sound the alarm bells early, but I'm just saying if you lose to Northwestern and got the schedule ahead, it would still be a little bit early to talk about anything going awry that way. But it would start to enter and trickle into some people's minds.
Yeah, so we have to keep a watch out on that. All right, Bock. Who's the best player in the Big Ten?
Caleb Downs?
You think so?
I think that would be among the top names. I think he's going to be one of the top picks in the draft.
Does he get the credit he needs to be the best player in the Big Ten?
I think he does. It's one of those things as well. Like it was known coming into the season. So we might try to test him a little bit less, but obviously playing safeties, it's not a cornerback, so it's a little bit different in that way. But yeah, I mean, I think he would be one of my top picks probably at this point. Certainly Mendoza from Indiana's got a pretty good argument. There's, I would say that would probably be where I'm at. I mean, Ohio State's got a receiver out there. It's so quickly to forget. I mean, he might be one of the best names coming in as well.
All right. For me, I think it's Fernando Mendoza. So I think he showed that against Oregon. I think if we can wait probably 5 more weeks and watch them versus Ohio State, I don't want to get no accolades out until the Big Ten is over. I don't want to come out the last game of the season before the, what they call rivalry weekend, and we had all that stuff. I would like to wait till after the Big Ten championship to see who's the best. I mean, not see who's the best, but to name the Big Ten team. I think when we give these mid-season accolades out, which I never heard before in my life, it's kind of disturbing to me. So, guys like Mendoza, guys like Jaden Malval, guys, even Julian Say, I mean, when you look at their stats, Mendoza has 1,700 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, 2 TDs. When you look at a guy like Julius Saying, who has 19 touchdowns, 3 INTs, 1,800 yards. Jaden Malval got 2,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Dylan Riola has 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Even Malik Washington has 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. A lot of turnovers are down this year in the Big Ten. So, when I talk about who's the best Big Ten player, I probably have to go with Fernando Mendoza.
It's not a bad pick. I mean, I think he would
offensive wise.
Yeah, I think he'd be the first, the quarterback number 1 in the Big Ten this year so far. Like you said, you got to let it play out. I think Mekhi Lemon over there at USC probably has an argument. I brought up Jeremiah Smith, that wide receiver. Elijah Surratt was a guy you were pointing out to me earlier today. Certainly would have an argument. He's putting on a good year at Indiana as a wide receiver. Justice Hayes, if he can stay healthy for Michigan, we'll see what they do. I know a lot of people kind of put them on the back burner as far as being a playoff team, but they've got an opportunity in Michigan. They got, of course, Michigan State this week, then Purdue at Northwestern. We talked about that. That's a tougher game, and then at Maryland, all leading up to that Ohio State game. If they can clear that and then take care of business against Ohio State, easier said than done. But they've been doing it over the last several years. They could be in the mix for a Big Ten run. So again, a lot of things can change. You mentioned the midseason awards or whatever. I mean, Dante Moore, I remember at UCLA a couple of years ago, was the midseason freshman All-American at quarterback by most of the publications, and then a few games later he wasn't even starting. So a lot can change in college football, and obviously he's come all the way back to starting at Oregon and being one of the best quarterbacks in college football. But it's just an example of how much can change pretty quickly in college football. So a lot of games left to be played. Did you see, by the way, Sierra Wright was named? I think it was I'm gonna get it wrong. I think the Athletic named him as second team.
Never heard of a midseason All-American, Bob.
Midseason All-American.
Either you're All-American at the end, or that's it. That's it.
Yeah, well,
I was surprised.
That's what you would say as an All-American.
Yeah, well, I didn't know I made it I don't know. I didn't even know I had made it. I was shocked.
How did they let you know?
I think it came on. It was something I think when they printed the bowl game thing up, and I was on the back of it, and I was like, second team All-American. Hold on. And then, it came out, and then.
Oh, that's how you first saw it.
Yeah. And then the team, and then to look at the guys on that team with me was just outstanding. Ray Lewis, Kevin Hardy, Simeon Rice, just the Chris Canny, Westbrook.
Did they give you a plaque or something, or what do you? You don't get anything.
Nothing.
Wow.
Not a damn thing.
Wow.
When we talk about that guy, Elijah Surratt followed Kurt Cinetti from Indiana. He was a 0-star kid out of high school, Bob. He said he betted on himself and he believed in his coach. Now he's torching defenses, Bob. 43 catches, 603 yards, 12 TDs on the year. And probably going to be an All-American by the time it's said and done.
Yeah, this time, I mean, he was almost a 1,000-yard receiver last year with 8 touchdowns. He's been a big part of their attack. Of course, Indiana's not. You don't make the rise you are right now, where they are right now. With it's just one player, but he's a big part of that. And I mean, it's still weird. It's still getting used to me to say number 2 Indiana will be taking on UCLA this week. I never thought I would say in college football, number 2 Indiana.
I think the worst thing we could do is probably let Kurt Cinetti be number 1. Because if we have to listen to that, I would love it.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear him all season if they win the national title.
Oh, man.
And it makes it and just to go by what the AD said the other day, he said something about Kurt Cinetti. Well, it was a lot like something. I forgot what Troy Dannon said, but you can't tell me anything when you got a guy over there who's been there 2 years, Bock, and only lost 2 games so far.
Well, I think that, I mean, Troy Dannon is echoing the statement a lot of people are saying right now is that's an outlier, right? Because they're trying to say, we need more time. Everybody's going to be arguing for more time than obviously what it takes Kurt Cinetti. And it is an outlier. I'll agree with that. But it's one of the most marvelous coaching jobs we've ever seen. I mean, they could lose the next 5 straight, and that statement wouldn't be incorrect. It's still one of the most marvelous coaching jobs I've ever seen. And again, you look at it in this week, it's one of the more intriguing games. Of course, it is on in the Nebraska Northwestern window, but Indiana against UCLA, big noon will be there. UCLA, it's funny because that, just a few weeks ago, that would have been like, well, there's no way that's even going to be televised. But now UCLA is one of the best stories in college football, too, as they've won 3 straight.
But when you listen to what Troy Dannon had said, I don't know the exact words. He said, people want it done in 1 or 2 years, but realistic, if you get rid of somebody, it'll be another 15-year setback. Only thing I can tell Troy Dannon is don't tempt us. Don't tempt us. Don't make us hold on to something that don't want us. So that's what I'm saying when you talk about you'll be looking for a new AD and a coach also. Don't tempt us.
Yeah.
Because we've been through it before.
Right. It's a cycle. I get what he's saying. And he was, again, this is more to the comments of it's year 3 for Matt Rule. It's year 15 for Husker fans. So they're more impatient. They want to see it all turned around right away. But I mean, it is what it is. I do get what he's saying, but you need to have the right guy in place. There's nothing more obvious than that as far as coaching in college football.
Do we have the right guy in place?
That's the question.
All righty, 93.7 the ticket. Bock in the black shirt. We'll be right back, and we're going to have to pick them. So, Bill, old dad, Big Daddy Travis, Cornhead, get your mind right because I got mine. 93.7 the ticket. We'll be right back.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Baumgars has a loyalty shopping event this Saturday. Loyalty Rewards members can save $50 on their purchase of $200 or more. You heard that right. Spend $200 or more on any merchandise of your choosing in the store.
So no gift cards.
And you'll save $50 instantly.
The $200 spend is pre-tax and cannot be combined with other discounts or offers.
Not a loyalty member? Just sign up today. It's all happening at Baumgars this Saturday only.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Cobble Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Cobble is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Cobble Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Blackshirt. We are on from 1 to 3, Monday through Friday. And you know what time it is. We do our annual Pick'em game every Friday. And this time we got Kenny Wilhite with us. Kenny, is you there? Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Kenny, last week you went 6-4.
Yeah.
You got to do better than 6-4 this weekend, Kenny. If
Hold
you
on, bro. Didn't you and I tie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're 11-9 overall, Kenny. You're only 2 games over 500.
That's over 500, bro.
Yeah, you got to stay over 500 to stay in the race.
I know. That's over 500. I'll take it any day.
All right, let's get it going on, Bock.
All right, a reminder, of course, the text line is tied with Terrell on the year now. Both 54 wins on the season, 54-31. I'm at 51-34, so I'm hoping you guys both have a bad week and see if I can get back into it a little bit. And as a reminder for what we do here, you can text in your pick, 402-464-5685. The first person to do so will represent the text line. So let's get it going here. We got an interesting week ahead of us, a few ranked matchups, a few rivalries. Let's jump into it and get some football music on in the background just to make it feel right? All right, let's start with number 8, Ole Miss at number 13, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is favored by 4.5 in this game. $75 to get in. The latest development on this, Lane Kiffin dealing with what Matt Rule dealt with last week, only for the Florida job. Just about 23 minutes ago, there was a report that he is going to address his team about the rumors of the Florida opening. So a little bit of a distraction for Ole Miss going into this game. Of course, coming off one where they got their heart ripped out against Georgia. Now got to play the Sooners. I'll let you guys pick first, or I can go ahead and pick first. I already picked on the Adam Carriger show. I'll pick Ole Miss. Despite the distraction, I'm sticking with Lane Kiffin.
That doesn't sound like a good Bock, question for you.
Yeah.
Is Oklahoma quarterback playing?
Yeah, he's been playing. He hasn't looked quite as good as he
we
did.
do no injury reports on here. We are called pick 'em.
There you go. Okay. I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. Ole Miss it is.
Ole Miss.
All right. Text line, Ole Miss.
Text line says Ole Miss over
All
1.
right. Ole Miss by a landslide.
That's what you're going with as well.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Ole Miss getting the win there. How about this one? This one could be the biggest game of the year, perhaps, in the American Conference. Number 18, South Florida at Memphis. Both teams with just 1 loss on the year. South Florida favored by 4.5.
I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going USF.
Oh, there you go. Early pick for USF. I'm agree. I think South Florida gets the win. They've been blowing everybody out of the water except for their 1 loss was to Miami. I think that's a pretty good resume.
I go with South Florida. I'm not gonna try to debate that one. It's not a debatable.
No reason to get into the risk into the waters there.
Yeah.
Old Dad looks like 9096 actually says USF, but in a close one. So I like picking that one, a close one, closer than the experts think, as the great Lee Corso would say. Let's get into a battle in Kansas. Kansas State at Kansas. $130 to get in this game. One of the most expensive tickets across the land. Kansas favored by 2.5. What do we say?
Rock'em, chalk'em, Jayhawks.
KU.
As much as I want to say no, I'm going to go with the Jayhawks also.
Oh, I'm gonna go along with you guys. Pick Kansas as well. And the text line coming in with a Kansas money line pick, even for Kansas there. Let's get into another game here. Let's stay in the big. You know what? Yeah, let's stay in the Big 12. Number 11 BYU at Iowa State. BYU's undefeated thus far in the season. Yet Iowa State, the home team, favored by 2.5. $78 to get in.
BYU.
The Cougs.
The Cougars.
Man, I've been thinking about this one all day. All I've been thinking about is Iowa State swarming the field, upsetting BYU, pulling it out. But I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to say BYU.
Oh, there you go. A little bit. You had us going in one direction. You pull it the other way. I love it. I'm going to go with BYU as well here. Text line. We still need a pick. It looks like we got Iowa State. The upset pick is made. It comes from the text line. So I do appreciate that. All right. Now we got that one out of the way. Let's jump back to a former Big 12 team now in the SEC and Kenny's favorite team, number 15, Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt. $265 to get in this game. Vanderbilt, this is a huge one for them, but they're only favored by 2.5.
Mizzou.
Ooh, upset.
Mizzou.
Mizzou.
Ooh. I'm going to go with the Fighting Paviers. Fernando.
There you go. Good pick. Good
Vandy.
pick. I'm also going to go with Vanderbilt. Maybe
See you losers on the other side Monday, okay?
I'll give a little bit more credit to Clark Lee, doing a good job coaching over there. Text line, we've got all Vandy, just plenty of Vandy coming in.
Diego Shiesty.
So there you have it. Let's jump into the Big Ten for some games here before we get to the bottom here. Number 23, Illinois at Washington. Washington favored by 4.5, $18 to get into this game. I think this is a pretty an even set matchup here.
I'm going with Washington. Been riding them all season, probably. I like them. I'm going to stick with Washington.
Bock, I hate to say it. I think I'm gonna go with him, man. I'm gonna go with Washington, man.
Well, here's my chance to catch up with you guys. I'm gonna go with Brett Bielema, try to get a jump with you guys. I always believe in him, his style of play here in the Big Ten. Yeah, they had that ugly week against Indiana, but that's in the past. I think they get the victory here.
Text line, Illinois.
Illinois, there we go.
See, here's the thing,
Just
Bob.
with me.
I can afford to lose a couple of games. See, Kenny can't.
You don't want to lose no games, bro. Stop talking about what you can afford to do. That's not a win. That's not a winning attitude.
That's right.
I picked the win, Kenny. All right, I
Okay,
picked the
so
win.
stop saying you can afford to lose. On to the next one, Bob. Here we go.
All right, let's get into one that maybe Husker fans, are we still arguing we're better than Cincinnati? Should be ranked above them, or is that over? Okay. Baylor at number 21, Cincinnati. Cincinnati favored just by 3.5 in this game, $63 to get in.
Cincy. The hottest team in America besides the undefeated guys.
It looks like a Cincy across the board. The text line's going with it. I'm going with it. I think we're all going with Cincinnati.
Kenny?
I said Cincy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Going with Cincinnati as well. All right, a few more games here. Number 3, Texas A&M at the number 20 Bayou Bengals. LSU, $151 to get in. Undefeated. Texas A&M still at this point in the season. 2.5-point favorites.
Well, since Farley don't want to put it out there, I'm gonna go and make my pick. I'm gonna go with A&M on this one. Much as I want to think LSU can bounce back and win at home, I'm gonna go with A&M. Their quarterback gonna be the difference in the game.
Marcel Reed. I do like Marcel Reed. They've been skating by people so far this season. LSU, a couple disappointing losses, but only by 7 points in those games. I think the home factor helps LSU. The pressure a little bit on Kelly this week. I think LSU comes through and gets the upset.
You know what LSU crowd be saying? That Tiger, LSU. I can't say it on there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what that Tiger says, but LSU is your pick. Look like off the text line, plenty of A&M and LSU, but the first pick came in for Texas A&M. All right, to the game I'm going to, the Floyd of Rosedale on the line for Minnesota at Iowa. $101 to get in. I paid a little bit cheaper than that. Iowa, 8.5-point favorites, and I'm going to go ahead and pick Iowa with letting you guys know this tidbit. As much as Nebraska has struggled against P.J. Fleck, Minnesota has done the same against Iowa. P.J. Fleck, 1-7 so far against Kirk Ferentz. So I'm going with Iowa to get the victory.
You see me? I'm waving at the children at the hospital. How you doing? Let's go, Iowa.
I'm going to follow that boat. I'm going to go with Iowa also.
There we go. I think the first text in is F Iowa. Does that mean is that a pick for Iowa? Not really sure. But we do have several Iowas coming in after that. So I think that might be meaning something different. I don't think that was a typo. But Iowa is going to be the pick from the text line thus far. That gets us to our last game. We're not picking the spread. Terrell. Northwestern at Nebraska. Last check, $30 to get in. I don't know what that's at now. I'll double check here in a second. But Nebraska was favored by 8.5 as well earlier in the season. Let me get those final numbers here to you before, at least final as of right now. So right now, 7.5-point favorites are the Huskers. And looking for the ticket prices, looks like $13 to get in. Pretty big drop. It is going to be cold tomorrow.
Ooh. Who you going with, Bock?
All right, I can start it off. I think this is a close game. I think it comes down to the final couple possessions, but I do think Nebraska pulls it out, uses the home, they bounce back. It's going to be a close game, but I think Nebraska pulls it out 24-21.
Farley?
It's my show, Kenny. I pick last.
All right, well, Bock, I think you're right on this one, Bock. I think it's going to be closer than what people think. It's either going to go one or two ways. Somebody's going to get blown out. It's going to be a real close game, and Nebraska pulls it out at the end. I'm going to say 21-17.
21-17 Nebraska. Head over to the text line. I think the first text that we had in is from Pac-Fan, who says Northwestern by 21. So there's a couple of picks for Nebraska, but I'm going to tell you, what, there's a lot of picks for Northwestern too. So we're going to go ahead and write in Northwestern for the text line because they got the first text in, and maybe more text than the Nebraska picks this week.
All right, y'all. Well, I did my homework. I did my research, and today it's Go Northwestern.
Oh no.
Hey, Bock.
Yeah.
You know why he's doing that, right?
Is this that reverse psychology again?
There you go. He thinks he's slick, Bock. He thinks he's slick.
He's going to play it pretty well. So if Nebraska does win, he's
I'll change it. I'll change it.
This is what you did last
week. Northwestern.
There you go. More Northwestern. Northwestern.
Not changing anything.
Not this week.
No.
Not this week.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for our big segment here. Kenny, thanks again for joining us. Good luck this week. Any last thoughts here before we head into the Nebraska-Northwestern game?
No, not really, but I heard you guys talking about the best player in the Big Ten right now. I would agree. Offensively, it would be Mendoza, and defense would be Downs. It'd be a tough toss. It'd be a toss-up between those two who wins the Big Ten Player of the Year. But right now, those two are the leading two candidates for that.
You know where Caleb Downs from?
Let me guess, Farley. He's from Georgia.
You know where his daddy's really from?
Let me guess, Farley. He's from your hometown. He played at your high school.
No, he didn't play at my high school. I played against him. He's from Spencer High School in Columbus, Georgia.
So my question to you is, how Georgia let him get to Ohio State?
He went to Middle Tennessee State.
Oh, he went there first?
His dad did. He went to Alabama first.
Got you.
Yeah, he went to Alabama and stayed there a year. Nick left, and he left.
Yeah, I think those two guys, hands down, are the best two players in the Big Ten right now.
All right. We'll be right back. Thank you, Kenny Wilhite, and we'll talk to you Tuesday on Kenny Wilhite Tuesday here at the Ticket with Bock and the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for the Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. Let's go! A day to remember. Yellow Card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pileup. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers, otherwise cloudy skies and a light breeze. An afternoon high around 57. Tonight, cloudy skies with light winds, a low around 48. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise overcast skies continue. An afternoon high near 58. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about Certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
You're listening to Bock in the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock in the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on from 1 to 3 every day, Monday through Friday. All right, it's the day before the game. Quick thoughts about this game coming up. I don't think the players or know how serious these Big Ten games can be, because now you're getting down to the end of the season. You have a lot at stake tomorrow. You have bowl game eligibility, you have bragging rights, you have recruiting rights, and especially you got coaching rights. So hopefully they put the Minnesota game to rest and really concentrate on this Northwestern team. Very sneaky team. I wouldn't call them sneaky. I'll say a well-coached running machine. Doesn't glamour you, doesn't wear bedazzles or diamonds or things like that. The only thing Nebraska has to do is go out and play the game. I think coach better, play better, win better. We can't underestimate teams, especially this part of the year when it's 5 games to go. We've been in this situation before when we talk about, losing 3-4 games in a row. So that's a repeat we don't want to happen. I don't know how good Matt Rule is about, getting over a loss, especially with so much high expectations from this team. The guys have to realize that no matter what the coaches say, they still have to go out there and play the game. So the only thing I can tell these guys is good luck, get you a good night's sleep, do the things right in the game, play smart football, and relax. That's it, Bock. Give me that prayer.
Yeah,
we got it?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right. Well, the computer's not working with me. Just 1 second here.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles go through life.
We ask for a chance is fair.
We ask for a chance is fair.
Chance to equal our strife.
Chance to equal our strife.
Chance to do it there.
Chance to do it there.
We should win.
We should win.
Let it be by the code.
Let it be by the code.
Faith and honor held high.
Faith and honor held high.
We should lose.
We should lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Day by day.
Day by day.
We get better and better.
We get better and better.
So we can't beat beat.
We can't beat beat.
Boom, beat beat.
Boom, beat beat.
All right.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Replaying it.
No matter win, lose, or draw, we are Huskers till we die. The University of Nebraska will be representative tomorrow, 11 o'clock kickoff, 8 a.m. pregame here at the Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Blackshirt. We will see you Monday.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Cobble Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing